most important for everybody and for the world, for new disease and new upcoming disease discovery is most important and part of the people's, and every drugs is discovered by any scientist or any pharmacist, or know about the drug discovery. What is drug discovery and what is important drug discovery, what is the principle of drug discovery, and why it's required in the life, and why it needs for the all over the world, because it's the most important things. First of all, you know what is the introduction of the drug discovery. Drug discovery develop is a process to identify. This is a process to identify the new potential drug and developing them into the medication that can be used to treat the disease. Drug discovery, that means it is a medium to how to uh, cure any new disease and how to identify the disease. Drug discovery and development is required, is a process process of identify the new potential drug. Yeah, this is a process for identify the new drugs, new molecules, and that develop into the medication मतलब, आप उसे यूज में लाते हो, उपयोग में that can be used to treat disease and other condition. This process of in the drug discovery and drug development two category, and many parts of the having the two category in the drug discovery systems. And like you first know the drug discovery having the full part. First on the target of identification, first you select any things and target for identification, and second on the valid target validation. You identify and validate that, you identify and validate that, and third on the lead identification, and fourth on the lead optimization required in the drug discovery. So fourth point, first on the drug identification, you know any drugs, select some things and identify, then you validate that the things are correct or not, and I know that is the importance, that is properties, that any other things. And third on the lead identification, about their information you should collect, and fourth on the lead optimization. It is the most important part in the drug discovery system, and you know many stages of the fourth one. And another drug development having the three important parts, like the first one, the preclinical development. First, you before use in patient preclinical development, you should use in animals, any rabbit, any bison, birds, any other things, and you should try, and then the clinical trial for the human, and finally it circulated the market. But after the pass the quality control test, many uh, quality control test, and the stage 2 in the drug development systems, like the preclinical development. You should know about, and clinical studies. So what is the clinical studies? In clinical studies, having the four clinical trials, matlab that having the group of the peoples, you should select like the 100 people, so 1000 people, and many more. And you watch the activity of the drugs. The drugs are produced effective or not, you watch them. And finally the drug drug approval is important for the marketing or pre-marketing of the drugs. And having the also three points. First on the stage of the drug discovery, first stage, and is having second stage drug development. You know about the drug first stage in the drug development, sorry, drug discovery. You having the 4 point no. The first one, the you select the one drugs, one part of the drugs. You first on the identification of target identities, you select, and target, that is target, you select part of the target, that is target identification and need. You should select a target, identify that are correct or not. You go thoroughly and validate that. And after lead optimization, you both process later third point lead optimization, and fourth on the lead optim sorry third on the lead identification, fourth on the lead optimization, having the four different stages for different point, like the you target identification. So how do you know, how do you select, how do you target anything, whatever, like the data timing is the most important part of the data timing. What is the should, what is the required time for data, the data timings, and the disease mechanism. You know any disease, then what is the mechanism of disease is the most important for the drug discovery system, because you know their mechanism, then you should discover that respectively any drugs molecules that to bind and produce the effect, like you genomics, third on the genomics, and fourth on the proteomic, and 3D structures, most important things. Data timing and disease mechanism, and genomics, and the proteomic, and the 3D structures. First on the target identification of any drugs, you then you validate it, and finally uh, 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 lead identification, the lead optimization. The first one, the you uh, timing, data timing, and disease mechanism, data timing, disease mechanism, genomics, proteomic, and 3D structures, most important. First, target identification, second on the target validation. In the target validation, target uh, drug